Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Let's get things going with Gorman's Parade.
Goreman's Parade. They called it a walking competition, though none who entered believed it was mere sport. It began every 100 years at dawn in the forgotten valley where the rivers turned red, not with blood, but with reflection. The sky above it was the color of bruised fruit, and when the first horn blew, the walkers began their march. There were no spectators, only the wind. At the head of the line walked Goreman, a quiet figure draped in tattered finery, his boots worn smooth from 1,000 miles of penance. He was neither judge nor host, but the first among equals, the one who had finished the last parade and lived to begin the next. His pace was steady, unhurried, relentless. Behind him, hundreds followed. Each step stirred up ghosts of the old earth. Each breath invited judgment. For in Goreman's parade, none were disqualified. None were turned away. The only rule, you must keep walking. No one knew where the road led. The first to fall was a priest who tried to preach forgiveness to the stones. He stopped to pray, and when he looked up, the others were gone. In the stillness, he met his destiny, his God, resplendent and merciless, who asked him one question: why did you think forgiveness was yours to give? When the parade passed the same spot an hour later, all that remained was a smear of gold dust on the ground. Next was a woman who had once ruled empires. She strutted proudly, until the horizon rippled and a crowd appeared before her. Armies she had conquered, people she had buried beneath laws. They clapped as she passed, and every cheer tore another piece of her away, until she was nothing but a crown rolling in the dust. Still, the parade went on. Each walker's destiny rose from the earth or fell from the heavens, sometimes in kindness, more often in truth. The boy who feared death met a demon who carried a lantern filled with the souls of cowards. The farmer who cursed the rain found himself walking beside the storm god, who asked if he would like to see what a world without rain looks like. The poet who mocked the divine found himself reciting to an audience of angels, their wings folded like blades. All were judged, but none were punished without reason. That was the strange mercy of Goreman's parade. By the time they reached the final plain, only 7 walkers remained. The road ended in a circle of light and shadow, gods on one side, demons on the other, neither speaking. Goreman turned to his companions and smiled. This, he said, is where we stop walking. One by one, each walker stepped forward to face their truth. Some were embraced, others devoured. A few simply vanished like mist. When it was Goreman's turn, both gods and demons rose. You have led them well, said the gods. You have led them too well, said the demons. And Goreman bowed to both. Then judge me together, he said. They did. His body broke apart like sand, his spirit split in two, half rising into light, half sinking into the pit below. From his ashes grew a single red flower, blooming at the start of a new road. When the next century came, the horn would sound again. And from the dust, Goreman would rise once more, part angel, part devil, to lead the next parade. For in that sacred walk, every soul would meet itself, and no one, not even death, would be left behind.
Well, I had originally decided not to upload the story, but it kind of grew on me a little bit, to be honest. I was thinking of The Long Walk by Stephen King, but I didn't I didn't write the bulk of this story. The bulk of this is Chat GPT. Um, I gave it basic ideas for long walking competition where everybody's judged by gods and left it mostly at that. And from that and the title, uh, Gorman's Parade, Chat GPT came up with this. And so I don't think it's bad, actually. I think it's just not what I like to write. I don't like it's not a happy story really. It's like people getting judged, and it mostly seems like everybody just meets their end on this. And it was a little confusing because at one point they mentioned going over the same spot again, and I don't know if that's the idea that there's multiple segments, groups of people traveling, or if they're actually retreading their tracks. That was a little unclear, but I like a story where just a bunch of weird stuff happens, and where if you think about the wording of things, it doesn't really make sense. That doesn't really bother me. It's kind of, is it so bad it's good? I don't know if is that too harsh. I don't know. There's a lot of lines in there about like something turning red in remembrance, not red, not in blood, but in remembrance. And it's like I don't know what that means, but maybe one day I'll be listening to this story and it'll make sense to me because sometimes that's the beauty of listening to something again. So I like it. And I like that title that I came up with, to be honest. Goreman's Parade. I just thought that sounds cool. Alrighty. My name is Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and I want you to remember that I love you. Peace out, and good luck.